Parents forget. Kids speak fluent sarcasm. You say, "We'll see." They hear, "In your dreams." You say, "Maybe later." They hear, "Still no." But politely, they cracked your code years ago. They're just letting you cosplay as CEO of the house. So let's translate the parenting lies kids have been collecting receipts on since preschool. And number 7, you got it from your mom and still use it. Number 1, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Sure it does. You're devastated, grounding them for a month from your couch in total silence with full control of the remote. Meanwhile, your kid's doing mental math. So you're punished by having time alone, snacks you don't have to share, and nobody asking what's for dinner while you're literally cooking dinner? Yeah, sounds brutal, Mom. Stanford research says kids as young as 6 already know this phrase is nonsense. They just wait until teenage years to weaponize it because they can see it in your face. You're given the "this hurts me" speech while secretly planning which true crime doc to binge. They're watching you suppress a smile as you take their switch like a villain in emotional disguise. If it really hurt you more, you wouldn't keep doing it. You get to organize their room in peace, use the good bathroom with superior water pressure, and finally eat fancy cheese without interruption. "I'm so disappointed I have to take your phone." Proceeds to have the most peaceful dinner in 6 months. Orders takeout you don't share, and watches adult TV without negotiation. Yeah, you're really suffering. Up next, the calm that's definitely not calm. Admit it, you've used at least one of these lines this week. Hit subscribe. We turn parental guilt into comedy therapy 3 times a week. Number 2, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Sure, and I'm not tired. I just enjoy blinking horizontally. You're mad. Everyone knows you're mad. Your left eye's twitching. You're breathing like a dragon pre-heat. Your disappointment sounds exactly like rage with a thesaurus. I'm not mad. While your face is fire truck red and the room temperature just rose 3 degrees. Psychology Today reports, I'm disappointed hits harder than I'm angry. Why? Because it adds shame to the consequence cocktail. Your kids know it. They'd take your honest anger any day. At least anger doesn't gaslight. Disappointment is just anger that went to therapy and came back with better vocabulary. The vein in your forehead says otherwise. But go off. Disappointed face equals angry face in business casual. Same emotion, different outfit. Your kid can see through the rebrand, just like they see through your claim that you're just resting your eyes when you're really fully asleep, mouth open, remote still in hand. So next time you say, I'm not mad, maybe check your blood pressure first. File that under rebrands no one buys. Now watch how time gets flexible. Number 3, just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes! Every parent's favorite unit of fake time. In parent language, 5 minutes isn't a duration, it's a mood. It means, until I finish this podcast. Until I remember dinner exists. Or, until I can stand up without emotional sciatica. Parent time runs on another dimension. 5 minutes for you is roughly 3 Pixar movies and a small ice age for them. MIT studies say kids experience time 25% slower than adults. So your 5 minutes feels like a psychological experiment conducted by someone holding the snacks hostage. And they've caught on. Your 7-year-old's now pulling out the tablet. Mom, you said 5 minutes 23 minutes ago. I've been timing you. Congratulations. You've raised an auditor. Because kids eventually realize 5 minutes isn't about the clock. It's about your will to live. It lasts exactly as long as your patience does. 5 more minutes at the park. Until my coffee kicks in. 5 more minutes of TV. Until this doom scrolling session ends. 5 more minutes until dinner. I forgot to defrost the chicken. They know. They clocked it years ago. They just let you pretend to be in charge of time. Because otherwise, dinner might never happen. And if you thought bending time was bad, wait till you see how we bend the truth at the doctor's office. Number 4, it won't hurt. It won't hurt. The biggest lie in the pediatric playbook. Everything hurts. The shot hurts. The splinter removal hurts. Even brushing their hair can turn into a crime scene. And everyone in that exam room knows it. You know it. Your kid knows it. The doctor knows it. Welcome to medical improv. Denial. Just a little pinch. It's a needle the size of a pencil. You won't even feel it. They absolutely will. It's already over. It hadn't even started yet. Johns Hopkins research shows kids handle pain better when it's acknowledged. But instead, we hit them with the 1-2 punch of pain and betrayal. Now your kid's side-eyeing you like you just joined the pain industrial complex. Because you did. You teamed up with a man in a lab coat and a nurse wearing cartoon socks to convince them this was no big deal. This won't hurt at all. Okay, maybe a little. You lied to my face. I said it wouldn't hurt. Lies. All lies. I'll never trust again. And you won't, because that one line just ruined your medical credibility forever. That headache they mentioned, they're not telling you anymore. Who knows what needle-based betrayal you'll cook up next? The worst version? The dentist. You'll just hear some funny sounds. Then they roll out something that looks like it belongs in a medieval torture history. This is a drill. A drill, mother. You said sounds. Number 5. The store is closed. It's closed at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. The parking lot's full. People are walking out with bags. And the giant neon open sign is glowing like the bat signal. The toy store's closed. There's people inside. It's closing soon. The sign says open till 9. It's closed to us. You could almost hear your kid's brain buffering. Northwestern research found 67% of parents have pulled this move, and 100% of kids stop falling for it once they learn how clocks work. Your kid's done the recon. They know Target's hours by heart. They've seen the same store closed 17 times on your way to Starbucks. So you double down. The toy section's closed. We can see it from here. Those are yesterday's kids. They got locked in. That seems unsafe. Exactly. That's why we can't go in. Congratulations. Your 5-year-old just watched you rewrite the laws of retail to avoid the Lego aisle. And the best part, you're saying all this while walking into a different store. Apparently, Target's closed for renovation, but still open enough for you to buy light bulbs. That store's closed, but this one's open? Different rules. They're the same company. How do you know that? I can read. Touché, tiny detective. Touché. Number 6. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite. Sure you don't. Every parent does. It's the one who sleeps through the night, eats a vegetable without negotiation, or, right now, the one who isn't screaming. Favorites rotate hourly based on who's least chaotic. 8 a.m., I love all my children equally. 8:15 a.m., one spills juice, one cleans it up. 8:16 a.m., new favorite established. Northwestern research says 78% of kids can correctly identify which one's the favorite just by tone, hugs, and who gets fridge space. Your kids are tracking it like analysts on payroll. They got charts, they got evidence. Who got away with staying up late? Jessica 3, me 0. Who got the biggest slice of cake? Photographically documented. Who'd you smile at first this morning? The dog. We checked. Whose emergency got a faster response? Sarah fake coughed and you sprinted. I fell and you yelled, "You're fine," from another room. They're not guessing. They've run controlled experiments. PowerPoints are in progress for future therapy sessions. Mom doesn't have favorites. Then explain the fridge. Sarah's B+ spelling test is front and center. My A+ math test is hidden behind a grocery list. That's strategic placement. That's favoritism with an organizational excuse. And you know what? They're right. The golden child title isn't permanent. It's a rotating position. Today's favorite can lose the crown by dinner. It's all in the language. Sweetie, could you equals current favorite. Full name, get in here. Not the favorite. First and middle name on probation. Full name and baptism bonus. You're out of the will. And if you think that stings, wait till you hear how we justify spying on them in the name of Christmas cheer. Number 7. Santa's watching. Santa's watching. Sure he is. The mall Santa couldn't remember your kid's name 3 minutes ago, but somehow the North Pole has global surveillance coverage and 24/7 behavioral analytics. The math does not math. Your kid's working through it. 2 billion children, 1 man, 0 privacy policy. The naughty or nice list is basically a GDPR violation in a red suit. Santa knows if you've been bad or good. Does he know about your road rage yesterday? Santa doesn't judge adults. Oh, so he's got tax exemptions now? Exactly, like loopholes, but festive. Columbia research says kids start doubting Santa's omniscience around age 6, but they keep the act going to protect the gift flow. A survival strategy called strategic belief performance. Then came the backup plan, Elf on the Shelf, a $30 stuffed narc you deployed as a seasonal security camera. That backfired fast, because one night your kid caught you red-handed at 11 p.m. moving the elf while raiding the freezer for the non-existent ice cream. The elf didn't move. He's tired. He's in the exact same pose. He's doing yoga. Elf health. Very important. Then why are you eating the invisible ice cream? Go to bed. That was the moment your credibility melted faster than the ice cream itself. Number 8. We'll see. We'll see. The most polite way to say no while pretending to keep hope alive is not a response. It's a delay tactic. A decision tree that always ends in rejection but takes 3 business days to finalize. The we'll see translation matrix. Said while cooking equals no. Said while on the phone equals absolutely not. Said while driving equals not happening. Said with eye contact equals 2% chance, but only if you forget about it. Said without looking up equals I'm not even listening. Yale research says kids decode maybe and will see with 85% accuracy by age 8. But they keep asking anyway. Not from hope, but for stamina training. Can we get a puppy? We'll see. Puppy request status. Pending. Estimated processing time, 6 to 8 years. Expected outcome, goldfish. Maybe. Parents think we'll see buys time. Kids know it's a war of attrition, and they will not surrender. 3 years later, you said we'd see about the puppy. That was 3 years ago. You never said the seeing had an expiration date. The seeing has concluded. With what findings? Findings indicate no puppy. I'd like to appeal. To whom? Dad. Dad will also say we'll see. So you're coordinating your maybes? It's called marriage. Teamwork makes the puppy vanish. Now batteries. Number 9, the toy needs batteries, and we don't have any. The toy needs batteries. Ah, yes, the universal parental lie of self-preservation. You have batteries in the drawer, in the flashlight, in that emergency kit you update every year but never actually use. What you don't have is the willpower to install them in a toy drum set, a talking doll that screams at 3 a.m., or whatever electronic nightmare your mother-in-law sent just because she loves noise. You claim battery poverty. Well, the TV remote works perfectly, and your wireless mouse runs at 100%. Your kids notice. They're basically the IRS of household power supplies. Stanford research found 73% of parents have used this excuse, and it only fails once kids learn how drawers work. There's batteries right there. Those are special batteries. They're AA. This toy needs AA. These are adult AA batteries. That's not a thing. It is now. Different wavelength. At this point, you've committed to the lie. You're staying in a trench until the toy mysteriously breaks or gets lost in the move. Then, the ultimate betrayal. Grandma starts sending toys with batteries pre-installed. She knows exactly what you've been doing. This isn't kindness. It's psychological warfare disguised as gift-giving. Final level. The secret agent lie every parent swears by. Number 10. I got eyes in the back of my head. I got eyes in the back of my head. No, you don't. Your kid checked multiple times while you were asleep. The investigation was thorough. Results conclusive. 0 backhead eyeballs detected. What you actually have is a surveillance network worthy of the Pentagon. Doorbell cameras, sibling informants, bounty. $5 per confession. The ring cam that caught them walking to school in the opposite direction. Alexa, who hears everything and judges silently. And your greatest weapon? The suspiciously specific question. Harvard research shows kids stop believing in literal backhead eyes by age 5. But the paranoia lasts well into teen years. Because somehow you always know. I saw you take that cookie. You didn't see, you guessed. Then why's the cookie jar open, crumbs on your shirt, and the dog licking your guilty little hands? That's not magic. That's forensic parenting. You don't need eyes back there, just common sense, motion sensors, and a younger sibling desperate for screen time. How'd you know I didn't brush my teeth? Eyes in the back of my head. That's anatomically impossible. And yet, here we are. My toothbrush is dry. You checked. Backhead eyes have hand extension capabilities. That's not how bodies work, says the person who didn't brush their teeth. They think you're psychic, but really, you're just a detective with Wi-Fi. And the truth, they know it. They've always known. The truth about lying. Your kids aren't clueless. They're tiny anthropologists studying the strange customs of the parent tribe. They know you lie because you're tired, because no starts negotiations you'll definitely lose, because reality is disappointing and honesty takes energy you don't have. Sometimes lying is just faster, and sometimes you honestly don't know the answer, and admitting that feels weird. So the next time you say, "This hurts me more than it hurts you," while secretly enjoying the silence of a confiscated iPad, remember, they know. They've always known. They're just saving the truth bomb for when they really need something, which, honestly, is kind of genius. Maybe you didn't raise a liar. Maybe you raised a strategist.